Welcome back, guys. It's Ducks Hockey and more. Today, we're just going to talk about the bottom feeders. I got 3 teams on my bottom feeder list, and they're all in the Pacific Division. Stick around. Okay, so welcome back. Thanks for tuning in to Ducks Hockey and more. Today's going to be a quick and simple and short. I'm not going to go into scores and all that good stuff. I'll be honest, I've started a newer job that's got me pretty busy during the daytime, so I'm going to have to try to squeeze in all my video uploads and that kind of thing when I get a chance, usually later at night. But long story short, hey, I'm going to try to keep it going and keep. I want everybody to keep tuning in because I got lots to talk about. I mean, this hockey season has been crazy. So let's dive right into today's video's topic, really, and that's bottom feeders. Okay, there are 3 bottom feeders, in my opinion, right now in the NHL. I mean, and again, I've talked about this, I've said it a million times, it seems like. It's way early. It's way early to throw in the towel. It's way early to flip out. I know Vancouver and the Vancouver fans are flipping out right now. They're hitting the panic button like crazy and throwing their towels in. And I'm not ready to throw the towel in on the Ducks. You know, that's my team, and that's what this channel is also about, specializing in prioritizing the Ducks, something that I'm passionate about. But we're going to talk about it because they're in my bottom 3. We're going to start off with the Vancouver Canucks, okay? They are at the bottom of the NHL. They look like, halibut at the bottom of the ocean, something like that. Maybe a catfish, something like that. Suckerfish down at the bottom. Listen, Vancouver's off to an 0-5-2 start. A lot of speculation about what Vancouver is going to be doing in terms of the GM. Patrick Alvin has actually, there's just been a trade that was made today with the Boston Bruins, and just to fill you in on that, they acquired forward Jack Studnicka from Boston. Now, this cat was in 2017. The Boston Bruins took him in the second round, 53rd overall, and he's been a pretty solid player in the AHL. He's not really stepped into the NHL level and done well. He has played some games for Boston, but here's his numbers. He's got 7 points, a goal and 6 assists in 38 games with the Bees. So, But down in the AHL, for Providence, Boston's AHL affiliate, he's done really well. He's had 96 points in 117 games down there. That's almost a point per game. He's got 34 goals and 62 assists. So he's not a halfway decent player. He can put up some numbers. He just hasn't been yet to make that jump into the NHL level and put up similar numbers, right? Hard thing to do. Being an NHL player, you've got to be the best of the best, right? So Vancouver, I think, is rolling the dice here on this guy. I think they're hoping that maybe this change of scenery for Jack Studnicka will maybe help Vancouver improve. And it almost sends a message to the team that, look, we're not going to put up with this play. We're going to make some changes if you guys don't turn it around. So maybe that's kind of the psychological part of it too. Maybe that's what Alvin's up to. But either way, I have a feeling that the GM Alvin and the Vancouver Canucks in general, that they're not going to just sit and lay down and, forget it. They're going to try to do everything they can to change the team, move pieces around to make it so that they start winning again. And I have a feeling it will happen. I really do. I don't think Vancouver is just going to tank. I think they'll start to turn it around. They'll start to put, their biggest problem right now is they just don't have any passion out there on the ice. They don't want to play a full 60 minutes. They don't play like they want to win every night. And you know what I mean? And that's just not happening. And in the NHL nowadays, when any team can win, you have to play that way every night. And they haven't done it yet. And I know that Alvin has said, I've read some things that he is 100% behind Bruce Boudreau at this point. He's not giving up on Boudreaux and saying, forget it, we're going to get rid of you. There's nothing like that. He's behind him, and he's behind his coaching and what he's trying to accomplish. He's kind of looking at the players right now. And I think that's just. I really do. Boudreaux has been a solid coach throughout his NHL career. And so I find it hard to believe that Boudreaux is the problem. Okay. But I don't know. Will this new cat Studnicka play more in Vancouver? Will he even play? I bet you they'll give him a shot and see how he does. And if he doesn't do well, they'll stick him back in the minors. But to get him, they sent a couple of guys. I think a goaltender, DiPietro, and some other cat. I didn't get into the pieces they sent to Boston. It was more or less, hey, this is Vancouver. Who did they get? But we'll see if he can help them out. He's definitely not the answer, though. This is not an answer to their problems by any means. This is just, if anything, a psychological, hey, let's bring this cat over. Maybe he'll play for us. Maybe he'll play well for us. Maybe he can help us. If not, we'll stick him in the minors and help our minor league team and be depth. But it also sends a message, doesn't it? But I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more moves in the future. Next up, my Anaheim Ducks. Okay, I said it in my last video. The Ducks had a must win when they were first game back from their road trip playing Tampa Bay. Now they got Tampa on the second half of a back-to-back. Okay, you're at home. You've got this team that just lost to the Kings the night before. You need to pounce on them and make them pay, right? That's the mentality they have to have. Now, Tampa's a good team. They're not just going to roll over. But that being said, we got our star goalie in. They've got their backup in, who's pretty good backup, and Elliott. But I don't know. I watched the game. I thought they played pretty well. Zegras had a great goal to get the Ducks going. He's got an amazing one-timer, and he always gets down in that slot, right there in the face-off circle somewhere, and has that one-timer, and man, can he shoot. And then Terry had the other goal for the Ducks. Great. Didn't give up on the play, stole the puck from the Tampa player, and had a great shot. I think it was top corner, boom. And that tied the game when Terry scored that goal, and I was like, yes, okay, we can do this. And then what happened? Well, it's not that the Ducks stopped playing. They took a late penalty, and they gave up a power play goal late in the game. Those are killer, people. You can't take late penalties, and you definitely got to step up on your penalty kill. That's one of the things the Ducks, early on in the season, not so good. The first few games, 3 or 4 games. And then against the Boston Bruins and against the Detroit Red Wings, they looked a little bit better. Their penalty killing actually was halfway decent. And you can't expect it to be stellar every night. But again, a late power play goal, that's what sunk them. And then Tampa got a late empty netter to make it 4. But look, it was a good game in the sense that the Ducks were pretty much in it. Now, I will tell you this. Tampa was out shooting us, okay, shooting the Ducks. First period, second period, I believe they did too. Not quite as large a margin in the second, but the Ducks were always behind in the shot department. And I've talked about this before. Shoot the dang puck. Please, shoot the puck. I know they are shooting it more than the actual stats show because the other team's getting blocked shots. Okay, but I swear that when I watch them sometimes, all I'm doing when I see them enter the offensive zone and make a couple of passes is I start screaming, shoot the puck, shoot. The more you shoot, the more you score. The more chances you have that puck's going in, it can get deflected. Something's going to happen. You're going to pick up some trash off a rebound and bury it, right? They need to shoot the puck more. I don't know what their deal is when it comes to just shooting the puck. Teams that outshoot the other team typically win the game. Okay, there you go. Ducks, if you're listening, shoot the puck. Listen, I'm not throwing in the towel on the Ducks yet. I really am not. Special teams has to get better. I want to see some power play. The power play looked good the other night against Tampa. They did. The puck movement was good. They just couldn't bury it. So things look better. But again, it's not a win; it's a loss not against a team that they should win against, but a team that was on the second half of a back-to-back in your house. You take advantage of that and you beat them. Terry and Z have 4 goals each, and Vetrano's got 3. So, they're doing good. Terry and Zegras are off to a good start. I like Frank Vetrano's shot. I like his hard play. Ryan Strome has looked good out there too. Klingberg, I would like to see step up and show me a little bit more. I've seen some hints, but I would really like to see John Klingberg start shooting the puck some more, getting pucks through. Show us those offensive skills, John. Show us why we're paying you $7 million. And defense just has to be consistent. It's gotten better. Okay, the Boston game, last night's game, defense is getting better, but it needs to be consistent every game. Night in, night out, right? Real quick on the goaltending side, and this is not their fault, but the goaltending numbers are, okay? And we know they're better than this, okay? You can't blame the goaltenders for this, but Gibson's numbers, basically, these are just goals against. 4.26, ouch. And Stolar's is right there, 4.31. So they're both the same. You know it's not their fault, okay? It's the guys playing in front of them just aren't doing their jobs. They're just not boxing out, not limiting the shots against, all those things. And then power play, when you're on the penalty kill a lot, that's hard, and you're gonna get lit up. You are. Hey, listen, and we'll end with the Ducks part of this as Dallas Eakins. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Dallas Eakins has to go. I hope Pat Verbeek starts looking, or if he hasn't started looking, he's gonna find somebody soon. Dallas Eakins has to go. Start the movement. I've been on Instagram and pushing it. I've seen a lot of other people pushing it. I'm not a fan of Dallas Eakins at the NHL level. Minor league level, bringing young players up and developing them, he's done really well, but not at the NHL level. He just can't do it. This is proof, okay? Dallas Eakins needs to go. Okay, bye. Okay, so there's your Ducks, okay? They're another bottom feeder right now. They're in the race for Connor Bedard. Last team is the San Jose Sharks. Now notice, all 3 of these teams are in the Pacific Division. Yikes. Oh, sad. And it's funny because I used to read articles going into this season how the Pacific was the weakest and crap and whatever, and I knew that the Sharks were in. I knew that the Ducks were still kind of in the rebuild and getting better, but not quite there yet. In Seattle, you know what I mean? But it's like, dude, it's sad. It's really sad. San Jose. Look, I'm not going to get too deep into San Jose, but I can tell you it's defense and goaltending, okay? Reimer's played pretty well. He's got respectable numbers, 2.55 goals against average and a 923 save percentage. That's pretty good, okay? That's not bad. It just shows that the team's not putting the puck in the net on those losses because he's got 2 wins and 4 losses. So he's playing well. So when Reimer's in net, he's giving them the chance to win. They're just not taking advantage of it and putting the puck in the net. Kakkonen, the backup, he's had 3 games under his belt, and he looks pretty bad. 3.46 goals against and an 8.737 save percentage. He hasn't won a game yet. That's not good. He is the backup, but that goaltending tandem isn't the greatest. Reimer is putting up respectable numbers, though. The guys in front of him need to do a better job. Specifically, defense has to step up, but here's your stars have to be stars, right? Sturm, Hurdle, Couture, Carlson. You don't hear much. It's like you used to always hear Logan Couture and Tomas Hertl and Erik Karlsson were, putting the puck in the net and this and that. They're good players. Well, you haven't heard anything. And when you watch the games, it's not like they're being superstars for their team. Those are the players that need to produce. Night in, night out, they got to produce. And I'm not really seeing that. So I think the Sharks just overall are a struggling team. Defensively, offensively, they're just not clicking 100%. Reimer's keeping them in games. He's doing his job. But the Sharks are just not, just not playing up to where they need to be. And this is kind of what people expected. So it's not anything weird. So anyways, there's your bottom feeders. Okay, Vancouver, the Ducks, the Sharks, all in the Pacific Division. Now, you could probably throw a couple of Eastern Conference teams in there that could potentially be bottom feeders, like the Jackets, maybe even the Devils. Okay, but they're doing better than these 3 teams are, and it's if anybody's looking for Connor Bedard, these 3 teams right here are going to be in the running. okay, if this continues. So, hey, let's hope things turn around for all three of these teams, especially the Ducks, because that's my team. I want them to succeed. So, hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to me rant and rave about these bottom feeders. Comment below. Tell me what you think. If you don't agree with me, let me know. If you agree with me 100%, let me know. Love seeing comments, so get in there and comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because that's huge. Most people coming through don't subscribe, and it'd be super helpful if you got in there, subscribe to the channel, and helps me out quite a bit. So go ahead and do that, please, and stay tuned for future stuff. Things are starting to kind of get going in the NHL, so lots to talk about. Okay, hey, see you next time, guys.